Hey everybody, day 4 of my white sea bass focus hunting. Wasn't able to get in the water today, but I am going to do something white sea bass related. I have decided to upgrade my spear, my Pathos 100 laser spear, with a slip tip. And so I'm just going to go through the process of setting it up. This is the first time for me today, so definitely let me know if I can do it better next time. But tried to take as many notes from the great guys down at Spear America Redondo. So hopefully this all works out. Cheers. All right, so here's what we got to work with. I've got my Pathos Laser 100 Open Pro. Absolutely an awesome gun if you ever want it. It's got a reel, and also it's got the Mantis roller on it. And then here's my new slip tip shaft that I'm going to be installing. I've got pliers for crimping the crimpers and some electrical tape for putting the shaft on, or putting the slip so that it doesn't come all the way down, as advised at the shop. So here we go, and hope it all works out really well, because the next thing I want to shoot with this is a white sea bass. So I have a buddy that shot a white sea bass yesterday, probably about a 20 pounder, and he had used a normal tip just like that, a flopper, and a lot of people had recommended getting a slip tip to begin with white sea bass for that exact reason. When he shot it, it took off, it flopped everywhere, and it ended up ripping the flopper right out of the fish and took a good chunk out of the fish. Now, one of the cool things is I've actually seen fish that have had big chunks and they do repair. So cross fingers, that one was okay. Otherwise, maybe the sharks had something tasty last night. So I'm going to change out my flopper for this slip tip, and it'll also make sure that I'm not shooting anything else unless I see some gigantic calico or perhaps a yellowtail or something. It won't happen, but you never know. So let's get to it. First thing we're going to do here is, of course, we're going to disconnect the shaft from the gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by just clipping this off and starting a new piece. There we go. Shaft is off. We are going to attach it to the new shaft. It's got the shark fins here. Drop through here so it loops through. Super easy to do. And one of the things that I really want to do now for myself is really learning how to do all of this myself. Being able to set up the spear, to replace the mono, to replace the bands, whatever I want to do. I really want to make sure that I'm able to do it myself, so that let's make sure we have room. Yep, it's going to flip over just fine. And now I'm going to crimp this on. My weight, the weight of the table, to really just crimp this on as tight as I possibly can. I know they do it in a vise at the store, but should be able to make it nice and tight on there so that it won't pop off. That looks good. Okay, so that is now all on. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here, and what I was advised is to go about a little further back, about an inch back, and take electrical tape and put electrical tape right here about the thickness of the actual slip here. Because what was explained to me is, as you shoot and as you get scales, whatever, the scales can get in here and can end up pushing this down, pushing this down, pushing this down until it's down here. Now, when you shoot, what's going to happen is, well, this thing's not going to come off. So in order to prevent that, put the tape up here, make sure it's loose, and then when you shoot, tip comes out, comes sideways, bam, fish is stuck here, and you're good to go. My slip tip here, and here we go. So basically, I want to make sure that it comes back to about here so it doesn't interfere with this. And even if it does, basically this is going to sit there and it's going to shoot out that way anyway. So even if the tape was like under this a little bit, it's not going to be a big deal. But I'm going to put it right about there just to make sure that I have enough room. So let's go ahead and do that now. I actually filmed all of this off camera, so you don't get to see it getting wrapped up, but you'll see the finished product in 3, 2, 1. There you go. So we've got the slip tip, we've got the tape here, so you can see it will not go back past there. And one of the things that I need to do, so according to the team over at Spirit America, basically what I'm gonna do, here it is, it's all set up. So when I'm in the water, I need to pull this back. Because I have a roller, I need to make sure that this goes right underneath so it holds up, so it doesn't interfere with anything. And then basically what it will do is when I shoot, it should just pop right off, no issue. All right guys, all done. Spear works. Looks like we're all set, and hopefully this brings me one step closer to shooting a big white sea bass out in the ocean. Cheers.